Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please give a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Boston Celtics last night without Trae Young, 117-116, the first night of the NBA Cup. Dyson Daniels had an amazing game on both ends of the floor, so let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure to take your shoes off before you come in the house. And Dyson Daniels has been having an impressive NBA season, of course, getting traded from the Pelicans to the Hawks, somewhere where he can have a lot more opportunity, and he is able to start next to Trae Young, and he has just been great on both sides of the court. And I was going to do a video on Dyson Daniels on his first couple of games of the season, but then he kind of had two straight quiet games, so I cooled off for a second. But of course, he goes absolutely crazy against the Celtics. He had 28 points, 7 assists, and 6 steals. He's the first player in NBA history to have 6 steals in 3 straight games, and man, he was just hounding Tatum all night, getting right up in his airspace, not making anything easy for Tatum. But you know, he's up on Tatum at half court. Then I think deflection by Jalen Johnson. Of course, Dyson Daniels is always going to get his hands on the ball. Of course, he is the leader in steals and deflection in the NBA. Here, just showing his activity, gets his hands on the ball multiple times, and it leads to a corner 3 for the Hawks. And I really like Dyson Daniels coming out of G League. I really value positional size, and I really like passers, and Dyson Daniels check both of those boxes. And I like young guys who make their mark, like, not on the offensive side of the ball. Like, he, of course, was a good passer, but he was somebody that's going to play defense and just play smart, hard-nosed basketball. And here, we got him driving. He shoots 74% at the rim this season so far. I think 26 or 35 and 59% in the paint. So he's been driving, and he's been really effective at the rim. There gets a drive on Jaylen Brown. And again, just picking up Jason Tatum. I feel like the Celtics dropped the ball a little bit. Tyson is a great defender, but I feel like Tatum is just much stronger than him. The Celtics should have had Tatum posting up a lot more on Dyson Daniels, because trying to dribble on him is not the best thing, and he gets a deflection here. And here, just being a pass defensively, adds 2 more deflections to his stat total. And man, he was just sticking on a Tatum like glue. So coming off this screen, again, not giving Tatum any airspace, sticking with him. Again, as he catches the ball, he's out by half court. He's still right up on him, hands on him, not letting him get comfortable at all. Sees the screen, doesn't let Tatum use it, helping out his big man there. Again, reaches, doesn't get it, but still, as Tatum crabs, right, he does a phenomenal job of not being behind Tatum, right? He's on his side, gets in front of Tatum, and then as Tatum pump fakes, he sees the ball coming down, and that's just disaster against Dyson Daniels. And of course, coming out of G League, one of his most promising aspects was his passing. He had 7 assists tonight. It's still a work in progress. He did have 6 turnovers in this game without Trae Young. I think he'll be more effective as a secondary playmaker, but he did show flashes of being somebody that can make extraordinary passes and manipulate defenders at this level. And this is just bad by the Celtics. They lack the 1-2 to win this game. Of course, they have the talent to stay in it and make it a close game, even without a guy like Kristaps Porzingis. But the Celtics just were not there all night. And you cannot turn your back. You have to be aware. You cannot turn your back on the guy that leads the league in steals and deflection. And Dyson Daniels gets a steal here. And a big part of Daniels' offensive game is his floater. Last year, the driving floater was his second most attempted type of shot. He shot about 300 shots last year, majority of which being jump shots. But this floater showed up so many times, and he's quite good at it. All right, so here flashing some of the passing again, makes an incredible read, just manipulating the tag man here. So we got a pick and roll with him with Jalen Johnson. Johnson slips it. Sam Hauser here's the tag man. He's responsible for just getting in the way or putting hands on Jalen Johnson so he doesn't roll free to the basket. Dyson Daniels knows that this is coming, so he's gonna all in one motion jump, pump fake to Jalen Johnson. In the same jump, fire a pass to Larry Nance. This pump fake draws in Sam Hauser, as you see, fires a rocket to the corner to Larry Nance, and he drains it. And here on back-to-back possessions, just showing that he can be a force on the offensive side. Again, he's a 6'8" point guard. So if he becomes a really good driver and a really good finisher off the bounce consistently, man, this could be a really great two-way player. So he finishes over Pritchard there. We got a steal by Ricochet. And then he's going to drive on Sam Hauser. Wait, no. He's going to drive on Pritchard, the spin move. And again, you see that floater in the lane. And he's just so active defensively, especially with his hands. If he's on the ball, he's jumping to the pass. If he's off the ball, he's jumping to the pass. And the Celtics just couldn't handle it that night. And he just made everything tough. Like, he closed airspace, made every pass contested, and just like, he's reaching, but he's not fouling. But he's just letting the Celtics know that he's always there. Like, he's there, makes Jaylen Brown start at the 3-point line, backs all the way up to the hash mark. He makes this pass to Kata tougher, and of course, he deflects it. And this is where most of the improvement has to come, especially playing off the ball with Trae Young. Of course, he's the perfect match defensively with Trae Young, but he has to be able to shoot these threes and make them, right? He shot 30% last year. He's shooting about 30% this year, and catch and shoot is about the same. He just has to be able to take these with confidence and make them. He's had some games where he's hit multiple threes, but he just needs to be more consistent. And he was just really clutching this game, doing whatever the Hawks need him to do. Here, he's a screener for his backcourt mate, Keaton Wallace, and just a tough lefty finish over Al Horford. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share any and every one that you can. Just shoot out there a little bit more. But I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.